Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first installment of the Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal New Game Plus Day 1 tutorial series. I have decided, very graciously, to leave chat up exclusively for this video. Chat will not be in any of the other videos, but I figured I'd give chat the chance to say hi to all the future runners of this game. So, I wanted to discuss in this video what you have to do to set up an Ouya NG Plus file. First things first, if you're on PS2, you want to make sure that you swap languages before you start a new file. If you start a new file without changing the language to Spanish or anything faster, you will not be able to change it later. Now, I may have perhaps jumped the gun a little bit. Let me just discuss first and foremost what the differences of versions are in this game. So first things first, the absolute fastest version as of April 3rd. Oh my god, wait, yesterday was Silence Day. Never mind. Well, that's my own personal revelation. Anyway, Silence Day is... I just realized that yesterday, April 2nd, 2019, was the 4-year anniversary of me having Ouya NG Plus for the record. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, moving on. The version differences, the absolute fastest version as of April 3rd, 2019 is PlayStation 3 download, so a downloaded copy of Ratchet and Clank 3 on a solid state drive. So a solid state drive is an external hard drive that you buy online, and you install it into your PlayStation 3. You put the software on there as well. You download that on the PlayStation website, and you install all of that onto a solid state drive. It runs faster than a normal PlayStation hard drive. So, PlayStation 3, thankfully enough, is capped at SATA 1. If that doesn't mean anything to you, that means that you can buy literally any solid-state drive, and it will run the absolute fastest it possibly can on PS3. So you may go online, you'll see like SATA 3 solid-state drives for $200-250. You don't have to worry about that. All you need is a cheap $30 SATA 1 solid-state drive. Put it into your PS3, you can run it the absolute fastest it can possibly go. After that is PlayStation 2 NTSC. So American and Japanese PlayStation 2s run, I'd say, estimations are about 35 to 40 seconds slower than PlayStation 3 solid state drive. So it's really not that much of a difference if you want to run them on American PS2 or Japanese PS2. After that is PlayStation 3 download. Or not download, I'm sorry. PlayStation 3 HDD, so a standard hard drive download. So on the regular PlayStation 3 hard drive, it's not. I'm not really sure how much slower it is than PS3 solid state drive. It's probably in the ballpark of like a minute and a half slower than that. And then PAL PS2 and HDD PS3 on disc are both atrociously slow. I would stay away from both of those if possible. On disc, I believe, is faster than PAL PS2. PAL PS2 is a nightmare to run on. Please do not do that to yourself. So anyway, like I was saying before, you want to make sure that if you're on PS2, you switch the language to Spanish from the get-go. Or if you're on PAL PS2, God help you, on Deutsch. I forget if German is actually on PAL PS2. And if you're on PS3, you need to set up quick select, or not quick select. Yeah. You want to make sure you disable quick select pause. And the way that you do that, you go into multiplayer, and then you enter a standard multiplayer game. You put whatever settings you want on it, and then you exit out of the multiplayer game. And so what happens, for whatever reason, in order to turn quick select pause off, the only way you can do it is by entering a multiplayer game and exiting out. Obviously, multiplayer was shut down, so you have to do offline. And it's as simple as entering the game, exiting immediately. You will have quick select pause turned off. So, if you're on PS3, PAL, you switch to German. If you're on NTSC, you switch to Espanol. Spanish is 3.5 seconds faster than English. German is 3.7 seconds faster than English. So German is very, very slightly faster. And you can change the language on PS3 at any time. So if you forget on a particular day to turn on German, you can exit out to the main menu, enter German, and all will work perfectly fine. Now, at the very beginning, we enter the game, we go to Velden, and let me explain to you what you're looking for on Velden. Before you can even do that, what you want to make sure is that you go to the Bio-Obliterator fight. So this is when you're finished setting up your file. This is kind of an important thing, so I just want to make sure I get this out of the way quickly. When you're setting up your file at the very, very end, when you're about to start a new game, you enter here. I mean, go to the Bio-Obliterator. What you're going to do is you're going to go all the way over here, onto this rock, pull out your sniper rifle, and shoot the Bio-Obliterator 15 times. Not 16, like you normally would to kill him. 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And what we do there, we take him all the way down to his smallest amount of HP. Then we're going to put on Rhino, Whip, Turrets. So your top 3 weapons in the top left-hand corner should be, in order, Shot Cannon, Turrets, Whip. So the way you do that, you do Shot Cannon, Whip, Turrets. And the reason that we do that is because this menu of 3 weapons stores between playthroughs. So once you finish this file right here, or once you finish setting that up, you go inside the ship right here, you kill the Bio-Obliterator, and then as you enter your next file, you will have these 3 weapons up automatically. Now, some people have been tinkering around with certain setups. Some people try Rhino instead of Whip. Some people try some other things out. I like this setup personally. I think this is the absolute best setup. So once you're done here, I'm trying to think if there's anything else you would have to do before you enter this phase. I don't think so. So let me load up and demonstrate to you what weapons you will need, how you can level them up. Actually, I should probably still do that on this file now that I'm thinking about it. So what you're going to need to do is you come out here, and I'll show you the list of weapons. I believe there was something else I was thinking about. I should have written it down, but I think I'm forgetting something. Oh well. Regardless. The weapons that you need... Oh, menu storage. I'll have to remember that. Okay. The weapons that you'll need are the Shot Cannon at V8, the Nitro Launcher at V8, the Whip at any level. It doesn't matter what level. I like having it on V8. The Sniper Rifle at V8. The Plasma Coil at V8, or Plasma Storm, I guess. The Tesla Barrier at V8. Turrets, you can do V5 to V8, but if you do it on V8, you get more ammo, so I prefer V8. Rhino, anywhere from V2 to V4. Ideally, I would say V4 0 XP, or as close to 0 XP as possible. And the Rift Ripper V8. These are the 8 items that you will need. They're very, very important that you have every single one of them. Every one of them has their purpose. You don't need any of the others. And a good way to level them up is to just kill these enemies over and over, because they give a lot of EXP. So you can do it, you can farm on Command Center. This game is not like Going Commando. In Going Commando, there's diminishing returns on EXP, so the more times you kill an enemy, the less EXP it gives you. In this game, enemies will always give you the same static amount of experience. Gadgets that you need. The only gadget that you'll have that even carries between playthroughs is the charge boots anyway. Although I would largely advise you against 2 things. Against getting the box breaker on Zeldrin Starport, and against getting the Gadgetron discount on the Starship Phoenix. Both of those will inevitably slow you down at the higher levels. The box breaker is extremely detrimental on Metropolis as you do the lamp backtrack strats that I do in my PB. And the Gadgetron discount pulls up an additional menu when you go into the vendor on Metropolis. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to discuss. I guess I should also talk about menu storage if you're on PlayStation 3. So, for menu storage, PS3 is a very interesting feature where it stores the positions of certain menus. So, when you're first starting up... Oh, anchor files! That's what I needed to talk about. So, anchor files. I'm actually very glad I remembered this. After you beat the Bio-Obliterator and you have your 3 weapons in the quick select, you have all your weapons, you have your charge boots, you have avoided getting the box breaker, you avoid getting the Gadgetron discount. You want to make sure that you set up an anchor file. Now let me explain the concept of an anchor file really quickly. Let me go to this particular Velden. You go to this. We're going to load up this file, and this is going to be our anchor file. Now, an anchor file needs to make sure that it has 0 inputs put into it. So no weapons pulled out, nothing. Nothing put on quick select, no enemies defeated, nothing like that. So when we land here, you can see I don't have any weapons equipped. I don't have anything equipped over here except for the helipack, which automatically equips. And all these weapons here are unequipped. So at this point, you're going to save over... They're going to use this as your anchor file, and you're never going to touch this file. You're never going to play on this file because you're going to overwrite all the other files that you have. I keep this file around to practice Scrunchless, but I would overwrite these 3 files with my anchor file. The anchor file is not meant to be played on. It's meant to be a save holder that you can use to save over other files and keep them fresh. So like when you, let's say I made it as a Metropolis on this file. All right, I lost the run. Let me load up my anchor file, save over top the file in Metropolis, and then run from the file that was previously Metropolis. That's how you would normally do it. So don't touch this file, save over this file, this file, this file, play on this file, this file, this file. Do not play on this file. It's a very important concept. I think it makes intuitive sense. I think it's pretty easy to grasp that concept. And then finally, you need menu storage. So once again, let me take you through that. If you're on PlayStation 3, this is PlayStation 3 exclusive. You can store the positions of different menus. So for example, at the very beginning of the run, you want to place your cursor on Waffen. And you want to place it on the shock cannon, the charge boots, and the plasma storm. And then you're going to use L2 and R2 to navigate the menus. You can do this on PS2, actually. You can navigate with L2 and R2. And then let's say, for example, I loaded this file up. And I'm about to start a run. Well, now, I can save myself the extra inputs by keeping these menus stored in their proper places. So at this point, instead of pressing start going down to Waffen, I can just press start and then press X and I'll already be there. So start, I'm already on Waffen. X to select the shock cannon. R2, X to select the charge boots. R2, and I'm already on the plasma storm, so boom, 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 square, boom. Just like that. Very simple. So that is how you set up everything for an Ouya NG Plus file. Another couple of recommendations that I would have. These are just minor miscellaneous things. I would recommend having the nano pack. You can collect the nano pack on Crash Site with the hyper swing, or the swing shot, whatever it's called in this game. I forget. The hyper shot. I think that's what it's called. You can go find it with the hyper shot. It's on Crash Site. The nano pack is very, very important because you see this little square next to the 200 out of 200. That square will store additional nanotech and will make it so that if you would normally get hit to 0, it keeps you alive with 1 extra hit. And that can be really useful in a pinch. I've found it saved my skin more times than not. So I really recommend getting that. I also recommend having the absolute, the Infernox armor, the absolute most expensive, the Million Bolt armor, because enemies will shred your health even with this armor on. So this armor. And if you really want to have any skins, you can do whatever you want. Like Like, I don't have any skins myself, but some people really like them. Again, the only thing I would recommend, though, is not getting Classic Ratchet by getting the Gadgetron discount. Very, very important that you do not activate that because it will lose you time. So, that's about it, I believe. Hope you guys enjoy the tutorial series. Some of it is a little outdated at the present moment as of April 3rd, although I will be releasing some updates for certain things that apply to PS3 only. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoy this. I've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this game. Chat, I want you guys to say goodbye. Or rather, not goodbye, but good luck to all the future runners who are watching this series. I wish everybody, go ahead and chat, wish everybody good luck. This is your chance. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me. I stream all the freaking time. I'm on Discord a lot as well. You can join the Ratchet and Clank Discord. I'll link that in the description of this video. I'll link my own Discord if you have any questions for me personally. And I hope you guys enjoy this game. This game means a lot to me. So with that, enjoy the rest of the tutorial series.